Hello everybody, welcome to Average Poker, vlog number 3. We're here in the gift shop checking out Jack Casino gear. You can use your dollar you earn every hour you're sitting at a poker table to buy anything in this store, and I decide I can't take it home with me. I'm gonna get something. Let me know what style and color you would have went with, and maybe you can guess what I decide upon. With that, let's get to poker. Early on, this was a new table, so we were playing four-handed. Everyone was still getting their chips and sitting down. The player directly across from me raised. I called with pocket eights. The flop came out underneath that. He jams. I call. He had ace-king. We dodged the ace to the king, and we get a double up early on. So for once, we're starting the vlog up. I'm here under the gun with 4-5 of clubs. You know I love these low-suited connectors if you watched the previous vlogs. We're heading into a pot 5 ways. The board comes out 3 jacks 7, 2 clubs. I've got the gutter to the nut, which is the straight flush. I have a gutter to the straight. Basically, a whole lot of potential possibilities here. So I bet out 6. Everyone calls except the small blind. And the turn comes a 4. Now we're paired up, still with all of our draws. I don't really feel like there's any way I'm folding. I'll probably continue here. You see the big blind thinks about it for a little bit, and he decides to lead out for 40, basically betting the pot. This isn't much of a decision. Once again, any club, 6. I'm feeling pretty good. This seems like he's trying to buy the pot. This player is good at action, a little loose. I go ahead and make the call. Both players fold behind, which isn't surprising seeing how this action is going. And bang, we hit our club on the river. No way I'm folding here, hoping he leads out and I can just call and not get check raised. But you see he's in the tank and he thinks about for a pretty good bit here. Not quite sure what he's thinking about. Is he thinking his 2 pairs good? More than likely, I feel like he's just bluffing here and is wondering if I was waiting for the club or if I was betting pairs or sets. But he goes and tosses a black chip out. That's $100. I let him know there's just no way I can fold a flush here. And you see pretty quickly make the call. He doesn't want to show his cards. I'm like, can I see him? Nope. So that's all the information I needed. I turn it over. We scoop a pretty decent sized pot here for 320 bucks. I'd like to keep this good run going. Can't complain. And actually, I'll have a pretty interesting hand with him later on, which I'm hoping for feedback from much better poker players than myself on how it should go. And I'll let you know when we get there. But as you can see, make 2 folds in the big blind and little blind. And here we are on the button, straddling for $6. And I wake up with ace 6 offsuit on the button with the straddle. Big blind calls, under the gun folds. Cutoff raises to 21. Same player we were involved with before. I go ahead and make the call. I would like to play with this player just because good action and who knows what he's raising with. And the flop's pretty good for us. We get top and bottom. Rainbow board. I decide to bet a little bit less than half pot, $25. We see quick call from the cutoff. Pot's now 105, turns a queen of diamonds. Not a card that I'm necessarily scared of. I don't think ace queen is sitting there. And if it is, he's slow playing quite well. I bet out another big bet, $55 into that pot, and he just quick folds. So we'll scoop another one pretty quick. Can't complain about adding chips to the stack. Probably played it a little too aggressive. Might have wanted to go a little lighter there. Bet like 30, get any ace to call, or maybe a 9 too. But it's hard to tell with that player in particular what they have, just because they do a lot of odd things. With that, on to the very next hand. You can see that we have changed the editing for this video as well, throwing the script up on the left side. I think that makes it a little easier to follow along than the words flashing at you and you having to remember the action. So if that's something you like, please let me know in the comments. This also be a good time to go in that bottom right hand corner of this screen and hit that subscribe button, give us a like. Appreciate any feedback, and we'll make sure to try to follow along and give the best product given that feedback. Now we have a straddle on the button for $6. The small blind folds, big blind calls, under the gun calls, and middle position raises it to $35. Now this is our buddy from the last hand, and this time we have a bigger ace that is suited, and we're gonna call again. Not too much thought here. I like to play pots with him, and I think this is actually a pretty strong holding for what he could be raising with. The button folds, and the big blind calls, and it folds around. So we're 3 ways heading to a flop. Pot's already at 124. This could be a big one. It comes out ace, queen, 5. We have top pair, backdoor hearts, pretty strong, and check, pretty quick check. I know middle position could be trapping here, but I'm gonna bet big, see where I'm at right now before things get out of hand. Betting out 85, this would be considered a big bet over 2/3 pot. Big blind insta folds, and middle position goes into the tank. So this could mean a few things. Is he looking to raise and get it in now? Does he have kings, jacks, 10s, and doesn't know if he's good? But he ends up making the call. So I'll probably slow down here on the turn, considering the size of the pot already, and who knows what he has, and if he's slow playing. The turn's a 10, very bad card for us. It might surprise some people, but he could have king jack here, and he goes into the tank just like every other hand on the turn. What do you think he does? He shoves. Of course, we're getting shoved on. With top pair, not a great kicker. Probably an easy fold for most people. With the weird things he's done though in the past, maybe I could be good. I like to put him on ice here a little bit, thinking about it, going into the tank, getting a count out. But I mean, he could easily have king jack. I played with him before where he's turned the nuts on me when he does something weird like this and I make a call. So I mean, this is just always a fold. I don't think I could ever make this call unless I just have a soul read on a player. But I go in the tank anyway and then end up just laying it down. So this is the spot I'm talking about. If anybody knows what's going on here, in the moment I thought he had queens and he slow played them. That's why I was thinking on the flop if he was going to raise me or not. Do you think I got bluffed? I don't know. I'm hoping somebody better than me can give me a good read. After the hand, you can see that I ended up tapping the table near him because he just kept asking me about what I folded, what I have. I don't know if he was trying to see if I had a strong enough holding to make a call or to lead to continue betting, or if I was bluffing. But he asked about it a lot, so who knows. On to the very, very next hand. We pick up another ace, this time the largest ace besides aces, ace king suited, undergun +1, calls the $3. I raise it up to 21. Our buddy in the big blind doubled us up with ace king the very first hand, calls the 21, and of course middle position or undergun +1 calls the 21 too. So we're heading to a flop 3 ways. Ace king suited, pretty big holding, especially against the players I'm playing in this pot. And the board is king deuce 4, 2 clubs. I feel like I have the absolute nuts here. It goes check check. I'm going to continue betting big. I've been doing it this entire session, so just to keep face and either disguise big hands or bluff bad hands, I bet over 2/3 pot, making it 45. The big blind decides to call after not much thought, and our buddy under the gun +1 folds. So now we're heads up going to the turn. The 9 of diamonds comes, and here we go. Something similar to the last 3 hands I've shown. The other player goes into the tank on the turn ahead of me, doesn't want to play in flow anymore, and decides to go all in. So What's going on here? Does he think he can make a fast one? This is how I feel about that.
Now people are just shoving on me left and right, huh? That's where we're at now. Everyone just...
So basically that sums up how I'm feeling here. What's going on? Why am I getting shoved on here? He obviously thought the player was bluffing last hand, because the very next hand he does the same exact move, and I just don't think I can fold here. It seems really bluffy. Does he have nines? Does he flush draw maybe? Protecting 2-pair? I don't know. A lot of the times I'm behind in cash games, but in this particular moment, I'm going to make the call 3-1. And the river is the ace of clubs. I think I'm dead. I improved a 2-pair, but nope, he doesn't show. He tosses them in. We're good with top 2. Scooping a pretty big pot here, $600. Our stack's up over 1,000. Very exciting. I get to play a few more hands. I play another hour or 2 and rack up to about 15 before dumping off some in the next 20-30 minutes and leave with 13-24. I'm sorry I didn't get the rest of the footage there. I was asked to stop filming because they had a floor manager filling in, and you know, on the casino floor you're not allowed to film, so he just thought that was best practice. I'm excited to continue though, get vlog number 4 out and keep bringing good talk content to you all. I'm excited. Hopefully they all go this way and I'm making $1,000 each time. I'd like to thank everybody for coming along, and take care.